Over the years, Batman has faced quite the adversaries. However, none of his adversaries has been as iconic as the Clown Prince of Crime. While Heath Ledger did bring an iconic version of Joker on screen for us, followed by Joaquin's Phoenix take on him, Joker has always been a different level from other villains in the DC universe. He is sadistic and crazy, and there is something that is extremely off-putting about him. There is no predictability when it comes to Joker, and no matter how much you try to humanize the Clown Prince of Crime, there is no denying the fact that this man is one of the most brutal villains to exist in the DC universe to date. One of the scariest aspects of Joker, as we can see in real life, is the fanaticism present regarding him. A lot of young people, mostly men, find their idol in this brutal and sadistic criminal, and that it makes him quite scary. His effect will always precede his lifetime, even if he dies. But what happens when Joker does not? In the DC universe, there have been issues where we got to see the alternate situation where Joker did not die young. Instead, he grew old. But how did that affect Gotham City? How did Joker end up surviving for as long as he did? Stay tuned for those answers as we look into Old Man Joker. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. The Clown Prince of Crime gets older. In the Batman Catwoman comic book series, which lasted for about 12 issues, we get to look at Gotham City, where Bruce grows old and eventually passes away. We mostly followed the adventures of the Lady of Wayne Manor, Selina Kyle, better known as Catwoman. At first, we see Selina drive somewhere. We soon find out she is driving to an old retirement home trying to meet up with an old friend. Now, obviously, as a reader, you have to be curious about her old friend at this point because there have not been a lot of people that Cat would call her friend. She knocks on a door, and the one who opens it is an old man. He looks very awkward and helpless. He is happy to see Selina, of course, but there is nothing that is immediately off-putting about him. However, we soon find out that is not quite the case. The old man, who is seemingly so taken aback by the news of Bruce Wayne's passing and seems so distraught over the end of an era, is none other than Joker himself. The reveal of Joker being, well, the Joker is horrific, to say the least. As the old man cries, Selina reaches out to give him a hug. Nothing too weird about it. But then Selina vows to kill him, and instead of the old man being surprised or shocked, he starts laughing. The golden hair that he had on his head fell to the ground, revealing a bald head with a few green hairs, and suddenly the face of that kind old man was morphed horrifically into the face of a sadistic killer that we had known a bit too well. Over the years, we have followed Batman and Selina. He laughs and does not seem to care much about Selina's words. He dilly-dallies his way through the conversation with an air of assertiveness that is eerie. He laughs and pours glasses of water for both him and her. He asks her if she would like to have hers with ice. And while going through each panel as a reader, you find yourself wondering what this maniac would do if he would put poison in the water. Is he going to react violently? Because Joker has always been extremely unpredictable. However, what he will do becomes rather obvious when he opens his fridge and pulls out a gun from the freezer. I do not know about other comic book readers, but I did not see it coming in the slightest. In the first 3 issues of the comic book series, we see the old Joker who has seen it all, done it all, and has no remorse. He stands in front of Selina Kyle and is confident that she will not kill him, even though she vows to do it so immediately. While she follows through with her words, using her nails to finish off the sadistic crown prince, you can feel the disbelief that he feels over this death because he never thought she was going to go through with it. While Joker gets killed off in 3 issues of the series, we have to agree there was something absolutely terrifying about his reveal. His maniacal facial expression as his face was nestled into the crook of Selina's neck was eerie. His facial expression was so maniacal and so terrifying that it was hard to believe that he was playing a rather convincing helpless old man like 3 panels ago. This sweet, nostalgic, and jovial version of him was scary because he played his part a little too well as an old man who is so helpless. that he cannot even change the volume of his television because he does not understand technology that much. However, underneath that facade, he was the most sadistic killer that Gotham City had ever seen. Old Man Joker from Earth 2. One of the biggest things that a lot of fans eventually wanted was for Bruce to kill Joker. But the reason that Bruce never killed Joker was because of his moral sense. He knew that if he killed Joker, then it would be the wrong call to make. Joker would be delighted to be killed, knowing that Bruce had been swayed from his morality, which has led to Bruce choosing not to kill Joker several times. Instead of killing Joker, he would lock him away in Arkham Asylum, and eventually he would run away from there and wreak havoc wherever he went. Many lives were lost because of this one thing that Bruce did not want to sacrifice. However, while Bruce was able to take this pressure, Helena was not. In Earth 2, we get to see Helena, Bruce Wayne, and Selina Kyle's daughter, who has now taken the mantle of the Huntress. After her father had passed away, she decided to be the one to follow her father's steps and keep the streets of Gotham clean from criminals. Over the years, the criminals passed on just like her father did, but there was one criminal who did not. It was Joker. The issue starts with a new beginning for Helena. Harry Sims, the direct attorney of Gotham City, decided to propose to Helena. Before Helena could give him an answer to the proposal, Joker showed up. You see, over the years, Joker had to see all his colleagues, such as Riddler and Two-Face, pass away. While he held on to his grudge against Batman and his successors, things were definitely getting a little boring with fewer colleagues. So he wanted to create Two-Face. He attacked Harry Sims on the night he proposed to Helena, and this defamation of Harry is what made Helena lose her moral compass. She decided to stray from the path that was set before her by her father and decided that she had to take a step against the Joker and make him pay. Before she could figure out where Joker was, she found Power Girl, aka Kara Zor-El, on the ground. She had been missing for a while, and the last they saw of her and Clark, they were both going somewhere together. However, as this Kara woke up and started talking, it was very clear that this Kara was not from this Earth. It is assumed she is from New Earth from the context clues presented in the comics. She remembered nothing helpful about Superman, and her memory kept failing her. However, as Helena and Kara are friends despite the different Earths, soon enough, Power Girl and Huntress decide to join forces and go to meet with Joker. Powering through all of his hooligans, they finally met with Joker. This Joker is bound to a wheelchair. The old age has taken quite a toll on him. He's unable to breathe without his oxygen mask, and the room is full of foul stench, which is a result of his years of dealing with toxic chemicals. Joker is not surprised when Helena and Kara show up. He's been expecting them. He is happy to die, knowing very well that while he could not break Bruce's will, he certainly broke Helena's will. But Joker was not going to die without doing anything. He used his lethal joy buzzer on Helena, or that was his intention. Kara intervened, and thanks to her superhuman durability, she did not get electrocuted by the joy buzzer, but Joker did. With that, we get to see his demise on this particular Earth. However, even in his death, did the righteous, the good guys, triumph over the bad guys, given that Joker ended up urging Helena, the good one, to break her moral code and attempt murder. This attempt at murder, which led to Joker's death, would always weigh heavy on Helena, making her the bad guy in her eyes, which is a win in the eyes of Joker. Marvelous verdict. While there have been many interpretations of Joker, there is one denying that Joker is the most sadistic and psychologically torturous villain that Bruce has ever faced again. He is that fine line that has separated Batman from being a righteous, good person and a bad person in his eyes. Everything that Joker does, in a way, done to push Batman into being a bad person in his eyes. Joker's whole goal is to push and break Batman down and keep on trying. When Batman dies before Joker, Joker goes back into the shadows. If Batman disappears, Joker retreats back in the shadows because Joker exists to taunt and push Bruce Wayne's limits. Even when he stays alive for years, Joker only has one goal: to break Bruce or Remnant's pleasure in their failure to kill him while going through a huge amount of trauma, because killing him would make them bad people in their own eyes. You could run away from other people's criticism, but how do you run away from your own criticism? How do you run away from your own guilty conscience? In both of the story arcs we described here, Joker died happy, knowing he had successfully broken Selina and Helena respectfully to kill them, knowing very well that Bruce would have never done it himself, and by doing this, they have effectively moved away from Bruce's morals. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.